I'm wearing my Limmer hiking boots. And so I'm out here getting a nice hike, trying to stay in the shade because I've had a few little skin cancer things taken off of me. So trying to be careful. But just received a text from a friend of mine saying that Biden is finished. He's stepping down, kaput. So this is interesting. So what do you guys think? Who is going to be the candidate to replace Biden? Who is going to replace Biden? Is it going to be Kamala Harris? Now, let me say this: I'm not a political guy. I own Bitcoin, so I don't really care one way or the other. I win everything. There's a saying in the Bitcoin community that everything is good for Bitcoin, and that is pretty much the truth. Everything is good for Bitcoin. So it doesn't really matter to me because I'm kind of insulated. I'm kind of outside of the system, if you will. I own Bitcoin. I'm a sovereign individual. So, but it's interesting to follow this stuff because Trump has he's bent the knee to Bitcoin. He's going to embrace Bitcoin because he sees the writing on the wall. He sees that if he doesn't, it's going to be maybe not a good day for him in November. So there are reports that he's going to actually be speaking at the Bitcoin conference and acknowledging that Bitcoin is good for the United States of America. Of course, Bitcoin is good for everyone anywhere in the world who chooses to embrace it. But this is interesting. This is quite of a turn of events. There are a lot of people that have said that the incident that happened in Pennsylvania, where some loser took a pot shot at Trump, that really helped Trump. That gave Trump a boost, and that was the final straw that kind of forced the issue with Biden. Biden has been going downhill for quite a while. That's obvious, painfully obvious. And so that what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania, that was the last straw, and Biden had to go. And so even though Biden has been steadfast saying that he's absolutely going to run, no question about it, I'm in, I'm a fighter, I never give up. If you get knocked down, you get back up, all of this hyperbole. But the bottom line is politicians lie. And so obviously those were lies. Obviously he was not in it for the duration. When he's down, he does not get back up. He's quitting. He's throwing in the towel, any way you slice it. Okay? So he gave in to pressure, and there are people that are saying that he was paid a lot of money, that they're going to give him like $100 million for a library. All these ex-presidents, they all end up with these libraries and these nonprofits where they can basically launder a lot of money. Where they can get a bunch of donations and they can fly around on private jets and stuff and bill it to the foundation, right? Uh, so that's how that whole thing works. And so they probably came to Biden and said, hey, here's your golden parachute. You're going to get yourself a really cool library and another scam LLC or two. And we're going to put a bunch of money into it. And you're going to be able to live high on the hog for whatever days you have left. And of course, with your whole family, we're going to take care of all of them, the Biden crime family, as it's been referred to. I don't call it that, but that's what other people have called it. And so they're going to all get their payoff. And they're going to parachute in a replacement. Maybe Kamala. Maybe Kamala. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Can they pass her over? Can they even do that? Is that even something that is even a possibility? Because she was kind of like a DEI hire, right? I mean, checking the boxes. She's a woman. I think she claims she's black, but she doesn't really look black to me. But anyway, she claims she checks all these boxes. And so can they get rid of her? Just like they probably can't get rid of the woman that runs the Secret Service because she was a DEI hire. So maybe they can't get rid of her either, even though you couldn't have a more botched operation than what they had there in Pennsylvania. when unfortunately a man was able to take a shot at Trump. Fortunately, he just nicked his ear. So, and there's a whole lot of people talking about a lot of things about that whole operation. That's all very questionable. So we don't even know really what went on there. We may never know. But what do you all think? What do you all think? Now, can I see the comments here? How can I see comments? I've never done one of these things. I don't see comments on the screen here. Oh, here we go. Let me tap on this. Clear filter, community moderation, top messages. How do I do top messages? All messages. Show every message, including, okay. Welcome to live chat. Remember, okay, so I don't know how I do this on the phone. If somebody is watching, we've got a few people watching, put a comment because I don't know if the comments pop up on the phone or not. But anyway, uh, interesting times we live in. And again, thank goodness that that I own Bitcoin, because otherwise I might be worried about some of these things that are going on. It might be of some concern to me if I didn't own Bitcoin, because no matter what happens in this election, Bitcoin is going to be just fine. And there's a saying in the Bitcoin community that everything is good for Bitcoin. Everything is good for Bitcoin. And this is a situation that is correct. No matter what happens, it's all good for Bitcoin. So, yep, I don't see any comments popping up on the screen. I don't know how to do it here. Let me see if I click. What is this? Highlight, save to your channel as unlisted video. What? I don't know what that is. Okay. I probably should have studied up on how to do that, but I see the little chat thing here in the bottom left. Chat filter, all messages, community moderation. Let's tap on that. No, that doesn't do me any good. I guess it's just that nobody's commented. I guess that's why no comments are showing up on the screen here, because I don't see any. So anyway, Biden is finished. Biden, that's the headline. I got a text from a friend of mine saying that Biden is finished, washed up, history, okay? Done, finito, throwing in the towel, quitting. Even though he said repeatedly, I will never quit. I will never give up. I will serve the American people. I am the one. I am the man. I am on top of my game. I am the best. I have gotten more done for the United States of America than any president in history. But that's something I wouldn't brag about if I was a politician. I don't want politicians to, quote, get things done. I want the people to get things done. When the government gets things done, it's usually not good. But anyway, he said he was all that in a bag of chips, and that he would never throw in the towel, never give up. And he said that he's the only one that can beat Trump. This is what Biden said repeatedly. But I was telling people at the time, I said, don't count on that. Don't count on what he's been saying, because he lies. He lies when it's convenient to tell the truth. Pretty much all politicians lie, okay? Trump exaggerates things. He doesn't really lie. He kind of exaggerates things, but he doesn't really lie. Most of the things he says are accurate but exaggerated, right? And so, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I say, it's all good for Bitcoin. It is all good for Bitcoin. Check out my Bitcoin page, CraigShipp.com/Bitcoin, CraigShipp.com/Bitcoin. And and then you can learn a little bit about that. And you can learn a little bit about why I'm not worried about any of these things. I'm not worried about any of these things that everybody else is worried about. Everybody's worried about the cost of living going up, the cost of food going up, gasoline going up. The thing is, if you price these things in Bitcoin, they're all getting less expensive, folks. Houses are getting less expensive. Groceries are getting less expensive. Everything's getting less expensive if you price it in Bitcoin terms, right? Over, let's say, a 4-year period, any 4-year period, right? And so, and significantly less expensive, right? So change your denominator. Start pricing things in Bitcoin and then see what the prices are. Check out, see what a house cost 4 years ago priced in Bitcoin, and then price that same house now in Bitcoin and see if the price of the house has gone up or gone down. So I'll give you a hint. It's gone way down. Okay. So that's how this whole thing works. And I'm going to wrap this puppy up. And this was kind of interesting to do this. Couldn't see the comments. Don't know why. Don't know what I would have to do to see comments, but it is what it is. But anyway, the headline is Biden is finito. Biden is done, washed up. He threw in the towel. He can't compete. And they're going to parachute in somebody else. They're going to bring in a ringer. They're going to try to bring in a ringer. And if it's somebody other than Harris, there's going to be some upset people, I think. There's going to be some DEI people that are going to be really upset if they parachute in anybody other than Harris. These people are not going to be happy. They're going to be fit to be tied, some of them. They might even lose their minds. See, because these people don't own Bitcoin. These people that are all wrapped up in all this crap, they don't own Bitcoin. So they're really scared. They're scared shitless, right? And as well they should be, because it's an issue, okay? But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to wrap this puppy up, and that's the headline: Biden done, washed up, finito. Now, how do I end this broadcast? Let's see if I click on this. And are you sure you want to stop?